like walls. Hello everyone. I never know how to start these videos, so let's just head on in. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Alright, so something pretty well known about me is that I am opinionated. Today we're going to be discussing some of my unpopular opinions. Okay, Instagram versus Snapchat stories. This is a toughie. I, like the majority of people now, have mostly switched over to Instagram stories if I'm going to be posting a story. However, I post stories far less often anymore because it's inconvenient. Because I still use Snapchat to like talk to friends and send videos and like that kind of thing. It's quick, whatever, it's what I'm used to. So posting to Instagram a story becomes harder because I either have to save whatever I've just recorded from Snapchat and post it on Instagram, or I have to start using Instagram first. I have to record things, I have to take pictures of things, I have to post things on Instagram, and that's just still kind of new territory for me. So in my opinion, I think that Instagram should have never done the whole story thing. I understand why they did, and they should have left that to Snapchat and let Instagram be its own thing that was already doing really well. Next. Oh, sorry, my handwriting is like literally chicken scratch, so I have a hard time reading my own writing sometimes. Less is more when it comes to pepperoni. I just want, a couple pieces on each slice. Like, is that so hard to ask for? Also, is it that terrible? I don't know. I just prefer less pepperoni. Next. Now, this is something that I feel very, very, very strongly about. I like walls. This wall, it separates this room from another room. That's what I like. I don't want to feel like I am in my living room if I'm in my kitchen. I don't want people to see me in my kitchen from my living room. I don't want people in the dining room to be able to hear conversations that are happening in the family room. I don't necessarily have all of those rooms in my home, but you get the point. I want a room to feel separated. I want it to be its own thing. I want to decorate it. Also, having walls gives you more opportunity for like hanging things or pressing things against them. Like a cabinet in the middle of a room against no wall looks kind of weird. So give me some walls, separate some things. I don't mean like you need a door to enter every room, but the like, what are they called? I'm trying to think of The Sims. Like build mode, the like archways in walls, those are great. Just put one of those entering each room. It's still open, you can still walk in and out really easily, but you don't have the hassle of everyone knowing everyone's business in every room. Just don't. Next. Oh, okay. So open floor plans are like a huge thing right now in all like modern homes, whatever. Same with like the white wall aesthetic. I think it's incredibly annoying. I get it why they use the white wall aesthetic. It's because it opens a room up and it makes it feel like there's more space and whatever else. Cool, fine and dandy. But I would much rather go into a room with pops of color, and rooms that aren't white feel much less like a hospital and more like a house. I want to be in a room and feel like I am in a room and comfortable and cozy. White walls everywhere just make me feel like I'm gonna make a mess, I'm gonna get in trouble, or I'm sick and in the doctor's office. I dropped a hair tie. I just would rather paint. That's another thing, I don't have that written down, but I don't like wallpaper. Wallpaper, go away. College sucks. Everyone talks about how college is supposed to be like the best time of your life and you're gonna have so much fun and blah, 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 blah. And that might be true for most people. But for me, college has been the worst time of my life. I have been severely depressed a lot of it, and I haven't made a lot of friends, which isn't because of me. My personality is great. I'm a lot of fun, clearly. College just hasn't been a great time for me, and that's really sad. And I feel really sad for the people who are having similar experiences with college that I am. I wish that everyone could have a great, fun, best time of your life college experience like a lot of people apparently do. Next. One of my favorite snacks in the entire world is popcorn. But my favorite, well, obviously movie theater popcorn. Other than that, my favorite is microwave popcorn. I know, surprise. But you know what popcorn is the worst? Popcorn that you get at gas stations or at football games, whatever popcorn concession stands and gas stations alike are using sucks. It's awful. It's way, way, way too salty. Okay, so this one's a big one. So you know those like satisfying videos that you can find on Snapchat or Instagram or YouTube or whatever? People crunching things, the like chloroform. Is that the right word? Floral foam, okay, not chloroform. Chloroform. That's not satisfying. Putting things under truck tires and running them over. You know what I'm talking about. It's a big thing now. I don't find them that satisfying. I'm sorry, like some of them I do. Some of the satisfying videos I'm like, all right, I can get with that, like when things are lined up. But like just circling slime and putting it on a table, no. Especially the soap cutting. The soap cutting, why, what about that is satisfying? It just, I don't get it. I don't get the soap cutting. It's not satisfying. I don't get the craze. Oh, sorry. This is probably the one thing that I feel, well, actually, because there's a lot of things that I feel so strongly about, but this one's a big one for me. I hate socks. Goodbye to socks. I know what you're thinking. What do you wear under your shoes? How do you prevent your feet from smelling? Well, you just wash your feet. Socks are so uncomfortable and they make your feet way too warm, but my feet get so hot. I don't want that on my feet. But unless you absolutely have to, and I mean absolutely have to, I mean unless you have to, I don't, I won't, I refuse. Literally, they can all die. Also, you can never keep track of them, so what's the point? Why spend a lot of money on these like matching pair of socks when you're gonna lose one or both of them anyway, just from washing them? I just, socks! I hate socks so much. Wait, what am I talking about? Oh, the seasons. Everyone's favorite season is summer, right? Well, most people. And then after that, it's probably spring. And then after that, it's probably fall. Maybe those two are kind of switched around. And then everybody hates winter for the most part. Well, guess what? I love winter. I love the cold, crisp air. Snow is beautiful. And if you're in a place that doesn't have snow, you're really missing out because snow is great. And yes, it causes issues for driving. And yes, it's really cold and you have to prepare for that. But if you live somewhere, or even if you don't, like you should have clothing if you have cold weather unexpectedly. Actually, I'm gonna write that down really quick. I have some feelings on some holidays. Yeah, winter's the best. Love it, awesome. Now, that's not the one that's probably gonna be upsetting to some of you. The worst season, in my unpopular opinion, is spring. Everyone's like, oh, spring is warm and the flowers are growing and the trees are budding and all of this is happening and it's so beautiful and rebirth and whatever. No. Spring is mud. Spring is dark clouds and dreary days and rain. Spring is sloshy and slushy and just gross. March is the worst month of the year. And that brings me to my next thing. After March, November is the worst month of the year. November is bland and also gross like spring, where you're, usually in between the like fall weather, but it's getting colder and it's starting to snow, but not necessarily sticking, so it's all gross and muddy and whatever else again. But it also has Thanksgiving. I hate Thanksgiving. I don't like Thanksgiving food. It's boring, it's bland, it's whatever. Pumpkin pie, ew. Like, if I had it on a random Tuesday this week, sure. It's good enough food to eat. But it's not like this big, huge feast that is worth celebrating. And I know that that's not what Thanksgiving is. It's not just the food, whatever. But like, it is. Oh my God. I can't wait to watch this back because I literally just had my life flash before my eyes because my window was open and someone walked by and it really freaked me out. It just really... Okay, moving on. The food sucks. If you wanted a meal that I want to celebrate, then give me some like shrimp Alfredo. That's a feast. Let's discuss pop or soda. First of all, flat pop. Flat pop is delicious, probably more enjoyable than carbonated pop. And not that I don't like carbonation, I do. I like, you know, fizzy waters and stuff like that when I'm in the mood for them. But flat pop just tastes better when it's flat. Speaking of sodas, I don't say soda because I'm from Michigan. Dr. Pepper is gross. Did you know that one of the 53 like surprise ingredients or whatever is carrots? Carrots are gross. Carrots are going into your Dr. Pepper. Also, why do they have a cherry Dr. Pepper and a Dr. Pepper when Dr. Pepper is cherry flavored anyway? That's stupid. I guess I'll put this in now. I was gonna talk about it earlier. The person is back walking their dog. Cherry flavored things are absolutely gross. I will throw up most of the time, which is kind of ironic because one of my nicknames is Cherry, but that's a different story for another time. On to the colas of the soda and pop world. You've got your Coke, your Pepsi, your RC. Like, I'm not here trying to discuss Coke or Pepsi. Honestly, it depends on the day for me. But the best cola, I'm sorry if you're not from Michigan and you don't know what I'm talking about, but the best cola on the market is Faygo Cola. If you get a chance to try it, do it, try it, it's great. The truth is I don't like to drink a lot of pop anymore. I used to really like it when I was a kid, and I do here and there, but I try not to drink a lot of it because it's really bad for you. I'm better off just drinking my like lemon water. But when I do want it, I would prefer Faygo Cola. And so anytime that I ever see it, I always buy it. I don't always drink it right away, but I buy it because at least I'll have it if I want it. Because it's the best cola. I look disgusting. I'm just gonna keep my pad of paper here for the rest of the video because like from here, I look pretty good. And then this happens and right now it might not look that bad, but then I start moving around and it's like, I didn't realize I had this much energy. Country music sucks. For the most part, it's just sad and twangy and depressing and nobody wants to hear that. Emma Roberts is annoying as all get out. Oh! Actually, this probably isn't that unpopular, but ice fishing is really boring. I don't get why people will sit for hours out on the ice and just wait for fish to come by. That just isn't something that I would ever enjoy. It's the same with hunting, when you have to sit somewhere and be really, really quiet for hours on end. Like, why would I want to partake in something like that? I'm not someone who can just sit and be quiet. Well, I can if I have to, but like, I'm not ever going to elect to sit and be quiet. This one is the one that you need to key into. This one is the important one. Fishing with bobbers is cheating. You heard me. Fishing with bobbers is cheating. You should be able to cast your line out, feel if a fish, you know, bites, set the hook and reel in. You shouldn't need a bobber to tell you that you have a fish on. You should be able to feel it. If you can't feel it, then that means that your line isn't tight enough, and that's your own fault anyway. So keep your line tight and fish like a fisherman who knows how to fish. Okay, the most annoying color is blue, especially that like medium, like light baby blue, any variation between like baby blue and like before you get to like a royal blue or like a deep blue is just, you see it everywhere. You know, navy blue isn't that bad. I'm warming up to it. I'm gonna have to brace myself for this one because I know that you guys are gonna attack me for it. Lasagna isn't good. Truthfully, I promise you that it's not really a taste thing, it's a texture thing for me. And I don't know what it is, but it just grosses me out. Like anytime that I try to eat it. The idea of lasagna, like what goes into a lasagna, the ingredients and like all of that, love all of them. But for some reason, just trying to eat lasagna, I just can't. Like, it's just gross. And I wish that weren't the case. I really, really do. But unfortunately for me, it's the case, and I apologize. You know, a couple years ago, and like still kind of now, how everyone was obsessed with corgis. They're way too overrated. Like, there are so many other breeds of dogs that are just as cute, if not more cute. Honestly, most of them are more cute than corgis, and these corgis are just the ones that are getting the attention. I see an issue with that. I think the other dogs deserve more attention, or at least to get equal attention to the corgis. Not that the corgis shouldn't get any attention. Sorry, corgis, you are not all that. Let's talk about love. So I'm not gonna get too into this because I know that I'll just keep going, and I'm bound to piss somebody off, if not everyone. But I believe very strongly in monogamy. Now, that is my choice. Monogamy is the only way to go for me. I personally don't understand being anything but monogamous. It doesn't make sense. I literally can't fathom that. I'm gonna piss off so many people. It doesn't make sense for me, but you do you.
Just for the record, I support all romantic decisions that anyone else makes in their own life. I mean, unless you're like cheating on your partner, but like if you have an open relationship or you are polyamorous, cool. I just personally don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't make sense to somebody else, and that's perfectly fine. I don't get it, and I don't have to.
Speaking of love and relationships, hugs are my least favorite form of affection. My favorite and the most underrated form of affection, I'll have you know, is hand holding. I love holding hands. It makes you feel safe, it's calming, it's sweet, it's heartfelt. I don't know, it's really nice to hold someone's hand and to know that they're there holding your hand. And I'm such a hopeless romantic, and so like, what's happening in my head? But just literally over hand holding. I love hand holding. I miss hand holding. Hit me up. These last few things are things that are pretty unpopular and things that I feel very strongly about. Let's first talk about Beyonce and Ariana Grande. But they're overrated. I know, I said it, I know. Everyone is coming to attack me now. I am dead, but hear me out. Beyonce is great. There's not a song of Beyonce's that doesn't slap. If I Were a Boy is my go-to karaoke song, but she's not like the queen of the entire world. I enjoy her, but she's just not like everything. And the same with Ariana Grande. I listen to her music, honestly, way less than Beyonce. Like, Beyonce is up here and Ariana Grande is down here in reference to each other. I don't know, maybe it's because her songs are really hard for people who don't have super high soprano vocal ranges to sing along to. I just think she's a little overrated right now. I don't think she's the queen of everything either, but that's just me. Superhero movies suck. Superheroes are annoying. I am so tired of seeing all of the superhero stuff all over. And it's just not something that I've ever been interested in. I don't read comic books, and I'm not into like superpowers and like flying and like whatever. Like, yeah, that'd be cool, but like, whatever. Stop with that. All right, that is all that I have for you. Those are all the unpopular opinions that I had written down that I wanted to discuss today. I thank you so much for watching and listening to me ramble on about things that you probably really like that I don't, or about things that you probably hate that I really liked. I will leave you with one more somewhat unpopular opinion, should be super popular, but apparently people are weird. And that is, please, 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 if you have kids or are going to have kids in the future, please get them vaccinated.